Hey guys, so today I'm coming to you from my shop and we're gonna be talking about this 2000 and I think it's 2002 maybe, Volvo XC70. This car is currently getting all work done and fixed up. What we did on it is the power steering rack was, there was lines that were leaking. Went ahead and replaced the entire rack and lines, and in the process of that, having the whole subframe off, you know how it goes. So we destroyed the steering column. So we're waiting for the new steering column to come in so we can put a steering wheel back in this thing. And then we found some tires for it that are studded. This thing is an absolute perfect beast machine in the snow for Maine winters. It's gonna be amazing. And the thing about these XC70s, and generally a lot of these are this generation Volvos, they don't really rust. I don't know what they did. I don't know what Volvo did, but they're doing it right in Sweden, man. They're doing it right because they don't really rust. And another bonus that I found out is this thing has 211,000 miles on it, which is quite a bit of miles, you know. But timing belt was done at 195, according to the sticker somebody put on there, Continental timing belt. So that's done. So, I mean, and these are pretty reliable motors. It's a 5-banger, you know, turbo, 2.5. Is it a 4? 2.5 or 2.4 turbo motor. And they have the get up and go, you know, they have the freaking torque. They have all that you need to really move this giant piece of machinery down the road. And don't get me wrong, Volvos are always heavy cars. This one is about, I think, 3,000 pounds. So like, these are heavy cars for what they are. And here we have the trunk. And what I did find in here, wait for it, is it's kind of messy in here right now, but see those seats? Man, you know what, forget your Escalades, forget your Expeditions, forget your freaking big mama bear freaking sucker mom cars, man. You got kids? This is your family car right here. This Volvo wagon is your family car. Did you see those seats? Those seats are for kids, right? So you can have, that makes this thing a 7-seater, okay? A 7-seater, rear-facing seats. Like, if you want to have a family car, European way kind of thing, where you like minimalist, but you still want the space for the kids or whatever, put them in the trunk. Put them in the trunk. That's what Volvo said. That's what Volvo said. Volvo said, put them right here. Put them right here. Why not? Imagine the view. They get to see like this. You see the freaking road over here. You know, if I was a kid and I was like sitting back, hey, at least I want to see some shit. Like, I want to see, you know, the road. I don't know. I think it's pretty cool. Love Swedish cars. Love the XC70s. They're great. You can pick up for cheap. I got this one for $650. They need a bunch of work, but they get it for $650. With 200-something thousand miles, doesn't matter. Guess what? Doesn't matter. Mileage in these cars, as long as they maintain and you do a timing belt, and the maintenance is not crazy. We're not talking like BMW, Mercedes, Audi maintenance. No. Not really. You just gotta do the basics, you know, change the timing belt once in a while, change the oil, change the filter on the oil. You know, I did a fuel filter on this one, just got rusty, you know. But, I mean, the only reason this thing has been a project to some degree is because of the power steering lines. Like, they were leaking. Like, it's hard to get to them. You gotta, you know, separate the car from the subframe, which I did do, by the way, and now it's all back together. And all that, and then, you know, once that's all said and done, it's really not a hard car to maintain. It's really not. These are great. This turbo never goes out. I have yet to see one that turbo has gone out. These turbos, by the way, this is just a turbo tube. Turbo sits in the back there. You can't really see it with the engine and the whole drivetrain back on. But turbos on these, I've never seen a bad turbo on them. Never. That has not happened. Okay? And I've had a bunch of these in and out of my shop all the time. They come and they go. Never have I seen a turbo blown on them. Turbo is like solid. I haven't seen, the only oil leaks I see with them, you know, is going to be from the timing belt cover. You know, if somebody hasn't done, but usually when you do the timing belt, it just seals as well. But a common leak on these is from the 2 camshaft on the top here, even the one on the bottom, I think. They have like little seals in them that you usually replace when you replace the timing belt when you're under the cover and all that, you know. So I'm assuming it was replaced with timing belt because the timing belt looks like it was professionally done if you look at the sticker. So, you know, those are the oil leaks to look for. other ones coming from the camshaft, but besides those, I mean, I've never seen a turbo leak on these. I have not. I have yet to see that. So, I mean, if you want a solid, cheap car and you have the know-how, mechanical experience and know how a car works, and you can fix it yourself, I highly recommend these. And oh, not to mention, the all-wheel drive system is effortless, right? The Volvo wheel drive system is freaking smooth as can go. On this one, we're gonna replace the fluids and the differentials and all that. Make sure everything's fresh, you know? Next owner's gonna get like 100,000 miles before they have to do a timing belt. And then they do the timing belt, they do the oil changes in between. Guess what? It's gonna go another 100,000. These cars, man, gotta learn to appreciate them. A wagon feel, you can't beat the wagon feel. You can't beat that wagon feel, you know? Black leather interior in pristine condition. You can't beat it. You know, this leather holds up really well. The Volvo interiors, dude, the Volvo interior, this is a 200,000 mile car. No cracks, no real issues here, you know? Scratches a little bit maybe because people have their scratchability, but like, look at this stitching. None of this has gone up. All solid stitching, 200,000 miles, all solid stitching. All looks great, you know? It's just quality. It's a quality product, heavy car, safe car. You can hit whatever, you know? You can do a freaking flip over 50 times. Guess what? You're fine. It's a Volvo. You can hit somebody head on. I saw a dude came by, right? I had another Volvo for sale. He was like, you know why I love these Volvos and why I like to buy them? So he was just in a crash with one. It was like a generation before this one, and also a V70, and that category of cars, a wagon. He said he hit somebody head on. Head on. Now, this is like under like he was going probably like 50 miles an hour, 60 miles an hour. Combined speed of 120 miles an hour. Hit somebody head on, and the guy's just fine. He walked away. You know? Safety, reliability, quality. Sure. Often they're neglected, and that's why they're so expensive to fix, because they often are neglected cars, because it's a European car. It requires maintenance. Like any car requires maintenance, but it's not a Toyota. It's not like you can just run it and like not do your maintenance. You just gotta do the scheduled maintenance, which is not crazy. Again, it's not BMW level maintenance, it's not Mercedes level maintenance, it's not Audi level, it's not German level of maintenance. This is like a fine in between of like a Toyota maintenance and a probably like a Volkswagen maintenance. You know, it's easier than a Volkswagen, I'd say. You know, it's a good car. It is. Not to mention, the transmission is an Aisin transmission, which is the same transmission they put in Toyotas all the time. These things are like bulletproof. Bulletproof. I'm going to change the fluids again, though, just like to give it a maintenance run through. Bulletproof trannies. Believe it's a 6 or 5 speed on this one. Don't quote me on that. But yeah, I just wanted to let you guys know that if you want a good car, a cheap car, if you're not good, cheap car, and you have the mechanical inclination to fix them as well, Volvos from this generation, like the 2000s, like they're easy to work on. Today is all computerized. Don't get the brand new Volvos. Those things are gonna be a mess. I mean, too many computers these days, and you know, this was before they took Chinese ownership of the company. Now they're still made in Sweden, but this was made in Sweden. This was like Swedish quality, and before the Chinese took over the company, there was a takeover of the company by the Chinese when Volvo went kind of sold, belly up, had to sell the company. It's still a Swedish company, don't get me wrong. It's just funded by Chinese sources. But I mean, you know, solid cross country, all-wheel drive, XC70 wagon, and we're gonna slap some freaking studded snow tires in this puppy. It's gonna be glued to the road. You can go on any weather with this puppy, and you're not gonna get stuck. You're not gonna fly off the road. Traction's gonna be great, and everything's gonna be bueno. So, that's all I had to say to you guys today. You guys have a good one.